Good. What have the confidence levels been like for you? Obviously, it's been such a rapid rise since your Ulster debut a couple of months ago, and now you're in an Ireland camp. I mean, what's that done for your confidence?
Yeah, listen, it's been a really surreal couple of months, and something I've really cherished and tried to just look at each week. I don't want to get ahead of myself. The goal would be to play a match for Ireland, obviously, but no, I've really enjoyed the last couple of months and kind of just taking each step as it comes. Try not to get ahead of myself too much.
What's the competition like with the lads? What's it been like these past couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been class. I've learned so much off all the boys, especially the back row guys like Josh, Nick, Caden, Jack, those sort of guys in my position. The people I'd have looked up to over the years. So yeah, it's really surreal being in camp with them and seeing how they operate and go around their business day to day. It's pretty cool.
Is it weird? You've always had Zach somewhat in the same system with Ballinhinch, and then obviously when you took your step into Ulster, is it weird taking this step first, kind of without him?
Not really, no, because he would have been in the sevens and stuff, so we have spent a decent time apart. Zach's 5.5 years older than me, so yeah, no, it doesn't really feel like that way at all. It's kind of a big step in my career, and yeah, I'm kind of just sort of focusing on myself at the minute.
No jealousy from him?
I know, he's just hoping I'm doing well, and yeah, I know he's giving me a good bit of confidence.
Thanks, Keith. Bryn, how did you find the camp in Portugal, and what did that do for your confidence levels when you went back and played for Ireland 15 last week?
Yeah, it was an unreal week. Everything came pretty quick and fast at me, trying to learn new calls and within the new system, but yeah, it was a really cool experience and something I'll always remember. And yeah, I learned a lot, as I said before, off the back row sort of guys in my position, and off the coaches as well, just picking up tips from people and stuff. Johnny was really good at just real small tips and stuff like that there, and around the skills sort of stuff. And yeah, going back into that Ireland 15 game, I went in there with a lot of confidence, knowing that I trained at that sort of level and was ready to. I think my game had come on a lot in the week, so yeah, it was good to put it out on the pitch.
Even though it has all happened very quickly, like you said, I presume though you do feel ready to take that next step now.
Yeah, 100%. For people that know me, I'd be a confident kind of player, and yeah, I feel like I'd be able to take that step no problem. But it would obviously be a big step up. But it'd be something I would cherish and go out with, try and grab with 2 hands.
Just last one, do you prefer position? I know obviously you take any position, but long term, where do you see your future?
It's a tough one. I've played a lot of my rugby at 7 and 8. I do enjoy both positions, wherever, either or. To be honest with me, I don't really have a preferred one.
Thanks, Johnny. Bryn, were you in any of the post-mortems for the French match? What was the mood like?
Yeah, we came in on Monday, and we had a look at the game, reviewed the game, and it was quickly on to Italy. There's no point dwelling on a defeat like that. It's all next game focused, and everyone's ready to go and buzzing to get back into Aviva at home this week and go and right a few wrongs.
Is it easy to park it? You come into Monday. Is that just part of your normal week-to-week stuff?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say easy, but you can't dwell on it at the same time. You've got to go out in there Monday, review, see what we need to get better at, and then go from there and take it's a new week. So yeah.
On just Italy, do you see Italy as maybe a chance for the Irish team to get back up on a positive note? There's been a lot of negativity after France. Yeah, I suppose listen, we're back at home and there's the excitement around that there, and there's a few areas of the game last week where we probably didn't do ourselves what we'd set out to do, and it's something that the lads will be getting after this week against Italy, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be going good to go. Thanks, Michael.
Bryn, it's something that the IRFU or Andy Farrell does, bring a player in to have a look at the systems and check something out. But again, when you say about your confidence, and maybe Andy Farrell talked about Paddy McCarthy in training years ago, kind of pushing themselves forward. When you were in training now in Portugal and here, who knows when this comes around again, would you be pushing guys, trying to put your hand up for a place in the squad on Saturday, or are you more focused on learning your bits and pieces, or trying to impress Andy enough to try in there?
100%. I feel like I'm the training week in Portugal, I was obviously a training panelist, but I've been brought back in now into the squad, so I'll be doing all I can to try and get a place in the team. It's be a massive goal and a massive achievement for me, so I'm trying to do all I can to get something like that.
How do you do that during the week? Is there are you trying to show a bit of an edge and kind of show enough, or not a modicum of respect that the senior players have, but also not to you know, that you should go in there with maybe not showing as much?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, I think it's just sort of going out there with a level of confidence that you're good enough to be there. Do you know what I mean? And that's something I'm trying to do, is go out there and train alongside these guys and try and put my hand up for selection and try to train with confidence. Yeah.
Thanks. Luke, then Mark, then Will.
Hi, Bryn. Just want to ask you about Richie Murphy, and we've seen obviously a young cohort being brought through at Ulster, but how good has he been personally with you and to the other young lads that we've seen brought into the province recently?
Yeah, listen, I was fortunate enough to have Richie through our 20s, and it was a pretty seamless transition when he came up to Ulster. It was cool to go back and work with him there, but he's been so good for my career so far, and yeah, I've learned so much off him, and I owe him a lot to the player I am today. So yeah, no, he's been very, very good for me in my personal development and in my game.
Thanks, Mark.
Bryn, Mark from BBC in Belfast. Just curious around the likes of Stuart McCluskey and the kind of advice that these guys might be imparting on you. Obviously, Jacob as well, you know, who it hasn't happened for a few years and now back in. And Stuart talked earlier about owning the jersey and feeling very confident in it. What's it been like having those guys, and what have they said to you about biding time and patience?
Yeah, no, it's great to have those guys, and there's a decent number of Ulster boys in the squad this year, which is great. But yeah, no, it's really good to have them in here. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're giving me the confidence to go out there and be myself. Like they said to me when I came in, like, Bryn, just to be how you are up at Ulster. Do you know what I mean? Don't go into my shell. But yeah, no, I think it's been really good having them in here. Been really supportive to me and any questions I've needed. Like, Nick Timley's been very good with me around learning detail and stuff over the 7 and 8 roles. So yeah, it's been really good having the guys around.
And what, if anything, has Andy said to you?
Andy Farr?
Carl?
Yeah, he's kind of just been telling me to keep the head down and get up to detail with everything, pretty much.
Thanks.
Kieran, then Will. Okay.
Just how valuable has it been getting a consistent run of games with Ulster this year in terms of being able to kind of build that consistency platform, and also do you feel Ulster's style of play allows you to kind of showcase your point of difference?
Yeah, listen, I think you've hit it on the head there. The style of play we're playing this year with the attacking rugby we're trying to play, it really suits my game as a ball carrying forward. But yeah, listen, to get a run of games like I have, it's been so good for my confidence, and kind of rolling into each game week, trying to make sure I stay in the squad and do everything I can and keep fighting for the position. Everything's not guaranteed up, and also like positionally wise. So 1 week you could be starting, the next week you could play. I could be back playing AL. So I'm just trying to do all I can to try and stay in that jersey. Cheers.
Okay, Will, just wrap up.
Just a couple of quick ones from me. John was talking about, getting younger players younger into the squad. I'm sure you had it with Ulster when you were brought in to start feeling comfortable in amongst the group. Do you think it's a real benefit to you being in around, you're still waiting to play obviously, but just being in and amongst the group, knowing what it's like to be part of an Irish panel, experiencing all of that?
Yeah, it's so good for me, and I've got a lot of confidence off it, do you know what I mean? Like, I've only been in the group now for just over a week and a half probably, and like the way that the guys make you feel like you've been here for months. So in that way they've been really good. Like everyone treats you as an equal, do you know what I mean? There's no egos within the squad or anything like that there, so it's really cool to be sitting having a cup of coffee with Ken and Doris and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty surreal for me, and yeah, it's class.
We've literally just picked my second question, as in it's a bit of a drink, but true, you look up and you have Caelan giving you advice and Josh is there, it's a bit mad.
Yeah, I know, it was yesterday. We were sitting the lads were going to the putting green down at the K Club, and Josh walked past me and was like, do you want to go and hit a few putts? So I was just like thinking, well, that's crazy. Like, for me to think like a year ago I was playing for Ballyhitch in the AL, and now I'm going to go hit a few putts in the putting green with Josh Van der Fleer. It's pretty crazy.
How'd you do?
Pardon?
How'd you do?
I told him I was learning detail. I didn't go.
And last question, Bryn.
Bryn, just briefly, excuse me, ignorance. Are you still on an academy contract?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, so what were you thinking at the start of the season? Were you, I don't know, do you sit down?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, we do sit down and make goals. It's funny, I actually said that my mum the other day. At the start of the season, my goal was to try and play 5 games for Ulster, and I think I've played 10 now, and I've made myself in the Irish squad, so I've surpassed those goals. So yeah, no, listen, I've had a great season so far, and hopefully it can continue.
Just briefly, just on your debut for Ulster, how was that?
Oh, it was a bit of baptism of fire, sorry. Yeah, it was a tough place to go in Ellis Park over in South Africa in that heat. Being a fair-haired ginger as well, didn't do too well in the high UV. Tell me I was struggling at half time, but no, it was great. Probably didn't have my best game, but it was something I learnt a lot off, and I kind of was so hungry to get back out there and prove myself because I didn't really think I'd done it justice that day. But so grateful that I got another opportunity, and yeah, just trying to keep the head down now.
Something to kind of use as a learning for when you make your Ireland debut, things that you will do or won't do maybe coming up to the game.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I kind of made the occasion bigger than it was at the time. I got in my head about things, and I dropped the ball off the first carry in the game, and just things like that. You don't need to dwell on mistakes like that. And it's something I've tried to work on the last couple of months, and I think I've gotten a good place. So hopefully, if I was to get an opportunity, I would be able to take it first time.